Dear diarrhea full of shit. Just play along, me, myself, and I, and no one else. Are you on so legit? You know you've got an easy and carefree life when your to-do list includes flush toilet. Because, you know, you've heard the saying, if it's brown, flush it down. If it's mellow, let it yellow. Or if it's yellow, let it mellow. Well, I pee in a jug. Now hear me out. A half-gallon jug, and then dump it in the toilet, you know, but then let it sit during the day, and then flush it, you know, twice a day, in the evening and in the morning. You know, because I have to get up and pee once, maybe twice, depending on how much I drink during the night. And no, my dick doesn't fit. I mean, it would if I stuffed it down in there, but that would be painful. You just sort of have to, you know, it's like a docking procedure, you know what I mean? Just sort of, you know, like a spaceship, you know, okay, we've got the, you know, and then just, you know, and you pee and, you know, whatever. And again, twice a day, in the morning and in the evening, I put some water in it, rinse the threads and the cap with like soapy water, and you know, I'll put it under the sink and like count 3 seconds without, well, quickly, like 1, 2, 3. Put a little soap in there. Actually, what I do is I'll spray Lysol for like 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then shake it 5 times. Yeah. And dump it out. And then I rinse it with, I wipe it down with those flushable wipes. I use those for work. I do not use them at my house because I have a septic system, and septic systems are sensitive. And those wipes, they say they're plumber approved, but you're still only supposed to use one at a time and flush after each use. So I don't use them when I'm home because I have my system, you know, of dry and wet, and then dry, you know, and, you know, but I have that ability because I can reach the sink and whatnot, you know, or the toilet in the main bedroom. I have a little cup. I'll fill that with water. Not to be like gross or anything, but you know, the processes that I'm talking about, I implement them to keep my asshole clean, or at least as clean as it can be, because I shit basically once a day in the morning. So, you know, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. You know what I mean? I'm not just going to, you know, do the basics. I need some dry, I need some wet, then I need some dry. I do not use those bidet things. Okay? Number one, because you know somebody, you know, either pissed on that little wand thing or spit on it or somehow took it off and shoved it up their ass and put it back. And it has like a drying feature, but that's not how I work. Okay? I need like when I dry off, when I get out of the shower, I use a different towel every time. I don't use the same towel for 2 or 3 days. I do not air dry. I don't just dry my hair and face and then wrap it around my waist. Okay? I'm a wiper and a scrubber. I wipe my armpits, I wipe my ass crack, and I get under my balls, and I, you know, dry my asshole, and I do all that shit with and then I get a new one. We're all family and friends here. We can talk about these things. So anyway, if I use that toilet, then I take a little cup with me that I dip it into. But when you're on the road, I use the wipes Because even though technically it's like clean water that's in the bowl, there might be some sort of germ that's like stuck on there. And I have my, you know what I mean, like it's flush and like use the toilet water. No, not having it. You know, I'd be afraid I'd get some sort of disease or something. Um, Even if the bowl looked totally clean, and I wipe down the bowl too. You know, I just raise the seat, and you know I have my process, and I take my little like 8-ounce uh, spray bottle for that to clean that, and I clean it twice. So I get rid of any obvious shit that needs to be getting rid of, and then I spray it and wipe it, and then spray it and wipe it again. Inner, upper, outer, and the handle. So, just people are disgusting. I don't, if they have those little white paper things, I don't use those because I think they're made for the seat. And like I said, I raised that because I need room to maneuver. Nope, didn't need anything. But anyway, I have my process. I have a a very, very elaborate process. Now, you don't want to be like a germaphobe because you got to keep your immune system strong and robust. But there's hot spots, you know what I mean? Doorknobs, toilet handles, even in people's houses, because, you know, I use public restrooms a lot, and, you know, people are filthy. I would assume they they treat their house better. Like even stuff like when you get sometimes I'll get me a Powerade or something, or one of them brisk iced teas, and you'll see people will like buy something and then they'll change their mind, and they won't bother walking over, you know, 2 glass doors or even one to put it back in the row that they got it. They'll just leave it on a shelf or put it in some other row, or just, humans are fucking stupid. Just fucking stupid, lazy. And here's an experiment. Next time you go out and you're at a gas station, leave a comment below. All 151 of you stupid pieces of shit. 151 subbies. Have you ever, even once, been to a convenience store or anywhere where there's a glass door and cold or refrigerated products behind it? Have you ever in your lifetime, and I am not joking, seen anybody looking through the glass to make their selection while keeping the cold air in? Because I haven't. I am the only one who stands there like a fucking dumbass. Door closed. What we got here? Well, we got all kinds of stuff. Well, the label's backwards, but I can still tell what it is. I just gotta look. Oh, we got brisk iced tea. We've got raspberry. I like that blackberry smash, and of course I like the sweet tea. Well, I think I'll take me a sweet tea and a blackberry smash. Open the door, grab one, grab two, shut the door. No, man, they're standing there with the fucking door open looking around. You know, it doesn't register with them. You know, you can see through the glass. But, oh, you got too much ice on this 102-degree day? Well, goddamn, you don't want that. Let's dump a little out. Yeah. How come you fuckers ain't got no ice? You got a fucking sign here that says, fix your fucking ice machine, assholes. You know, same thing, people are taking a shit. Toilet paper. It's just a useless shit ticket, as as Lurch would call it. No. This scenario has been ran. You remember that? When people were like fighting in the parking lot over those giant bricks of toilet paper? You know, like I said, I don't know how these people shit in their own homes, but I know as far as the male of the human species, because I use a lot of public restrooms, this is usually how it works. When I use toilet paper, I use like the equivalent of like 2 to 3 squares. All right? I'm a water, not a folder. Okay, now I'm not going to get into any more process other than that, but I very meticulously just use what I need. But most people, they grab, it's like they want to take what they need in advance. So they just, just pull, like 3 feet of toilet paper off the roll, and anything they don't use, either just flush it down or leave it on the floor, I just don't understand people, the way they park, crooked, parking where they're not supposed to, like cars parking where trucks are supposed to park at rest truck stops and whatnot, or gas stations, mom and pop gas stations. Instead of parking in the fucking parking lot, I don't know if they're just doing it like on a whim, like, I'm in a minivan and I'm gonna park on the fuel island because I'm taking on air, my heart's beating, and I have a brain. I don't know why they do what they do, but is that they're like just stupid little, I don't know, man. But, why does a 5-year-old do what he does, Why does a 5-year-old wipe his booger on the wall? Why does a grown man or woman, all these parking spots, and they're just going in, because that happened the other day, and I didn't get all huffy puffy, but I gave him 2 thumbs up, because he happened to be there, and he gave a little, he just went in to get some food. It was a diesel island, and I mean, he didn't even get fuel. It's not like he made a mistake, and if he did, he'd have to pull around. It's like there's spots open, you could park over there and walk in the front door like everybody else, but you opted to drive around here where the big trucks fuel. Just park your minivan there, so I should have said something. I should have said something like, hey, don't ever breed, okay, pal? Hey, you have a good day. That's what I should have said. But instead, I just gave him 2 thumbs up. Yeah. He probably didn't even get it. Probably just thought I was just saying hi. And it might be honest. Like, what the hell are you talking about? Don't breed. But you got to be willing to back it up. And mind you, I'm wearing a shirt that says Superman, and my truck says Superman on the door. And it says in big letters, Superman on the trailer. So, but I don't really care. But I'd really rather not have something escalate and end up, losing my job over something stupid. I'd rather be able to quit on my own terms. Or worst case scenario, that dude could be having a really bad day. Hey, fuck you, pal. Why don't you mind your own business? No, fuck you, pal. Why don't you mind your business? Get the hell on out of here. And then it's on like Donkey Kong, depending on where his mind's at. He might be like, oh, hell no. I mean, he might not even ask questions. He might just, pull his rubber bander and that's the end of it. His wife may have just left him. His dog may have died. Who knows? You never know what's going through a person's mind, but most likely that's not the scenario. So I have a hard time not, but like I said, I'm cool about it, like, hey, maybe don't ever breed. That might be a little hostile, but that's using your coconut. There you go. Shit. Imagine if the world was full of people like you, dude. Again, it just, God forbid a truck needed to get fuel or anything, you need to park to go get your, pack of gum and your little ice cream sandwich there. Because I did that with a guy and he was all, and I, again, I realized, shit, if this guy gets out of his truck, I'm going to have to Mr. Miyagi this guy or, fight this guy. And this was like, I had only been driving for my current company for like 6 months, a year, so. I mean, the game has changed, but at the time I was like, yeah. I'm a wonder boy. I've made it, but I kept my cool, I was just curious what makes a person think that's a win, that's all. And I thought about, being sarcastic and shit, but I thought, nah, just let it be, so. Guess that's all I gotta say, baby. Oh, so yeah, that's it. That's my, I put it. I didn't really put it on my to-do list, but I was just. I'm an eligible bachelor bunny humper. Yeah, that'd be funny. Like if you had a a live-in girlfriend or a wife or whatever, and she saw your to-do list, flush toilet. Well, obviously she might go for that. That'd be funny. Oh my God. I guess I need to give you a bigger honeydew list, huh? No, you don't, sweetie. You do your honeydew list. I'll do mine. Anything you could tell me to do, I'm already aware of it. Anything I tell you to do, you being the loving girlfriend or wife, you are already aware of it, at least should be. It's in the How to Be a Good Wife or Girlfriend manual. So, yeah, the one that I wrote, like literally, out of the many, many books I'm going to write, send a copy to my future bestie cool breeze. How to Be a Good Boyfriend and Husband, written by yours truly, 50 to 100 pages. How to Be a Good Girlfriend or Wife, written by yours truly, 50 to 100 pages. You know?